There's more crypto, and today we are going to be looking at Vechain. This coin's been doing an absolute madness in the crypto realm, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping anytime soon either. There's loads of things coming up in Vechain's roadmap as well, but today we're going to be doing a technical analysis. To show you is I want to give you a quick little recap on Koti and what that has been doing. Because it's followed the analysis pretty well from that last video. So what you can see is we've hit the support region again. We talked about that in one of these paths. I know there's a lot going on right now, but essentially if you'd followed this, you would have been in quite a lot of profit. So if you bought in at this point here, this was just before the flash crash, you would still be in profit, but that is if you had bought in at this point here. Okay, this did happen, it did follow through, but then it dropped back down. The next scenario was that in that next video was that we'd go up and we'd hit this region here. We encountered some support, but then it dropped through. It should have hit your stop loss from there, and then from there you should have bought back down at this region with this next pathway here, and you can see that's played out pretty much to the dot, where we went up, we went back down, and then went up, and now you can see we're headed down on a red candle. Okay, so that's just a quick little recap on Koti. I just want to say, get down there, smash that subscribe button. This video, let's get me to 500 subs. Also, my most liked videos got 120 likes. Let's smash that like button and get this video to 150. Okay, and without further ado, let's get started. So what we have is we have Vechain here, and we're looking at it on the daily time frame. On this, what you can see is we've had this ascending trend line, which for a very long time was resistance, even though the currency was increasing in price. So what we can say is we had an ascending channel here, and then from that ascending channel, essentially we stabilized and skyrocketed up again. But it was when we broke this trend line that you can see we really made those gains, okay, within a short period of time. But then obviously around here we've had Bitcoin's crash, that minor flash crash that we had, and it put everything back on sale. And for the past 2 days we've been seeing a steady increase, and right now a lot of people might be wondering whether they've missed the boat, and that's why I'm making this video. Have we missed it? Have we not? What can happen from this point on? Obviously a lot of it does depend on Bitcoin right now, and there's a whole load of manipulation going on, and that video I'm gonna link up sort of here, right? I always get a bit confused which side of YouTube displays it on, but it should be up here in the video, right in the top right corner. And watch that video, you'll see what's going on with Bitcoin and the sort of potential bearish scenarios that could be playing out. But we've got this at the moment, and what I want to show you is I want to put a Fibonacci on just to show you the major zones. So if we do it from this support region here, this would be a sort of long-term support region. This would be a long-term Fibonacci, and with that what you can see is I want to mark out this zone, the 0.5 and the 0.618 region, and from here what you can see is that that 0.5 region and that 0.618 region, both of them were hit in this crash. In this crash you can literally see that we have went down and hit this spot on, and then here as well. Okay, and this is where would have been a great time to buy. I always say if any good altcoin reaches that 0.618 region, it's a really good buy at the end of the day, because you always know that it's a correction and it's always going to increase from then on. You can see it was a flash drop, and then from there we had a bounce off the 0.5, and from there we've got a healthy run up again. So that's it on the daily. And let's go on to the 4-hourly, and we'll look at this in a little bit more detail. I'm just going to delete this Fibonacci here, so it's a little bit less cluttered. And what I've got here for us is I've drawn a resistance region here, resistance / support region, and that's what we've got here. And I want to show you what we had going on as well, just to show you how an ascending channel works also. So we had an ascending channel here with a Vechain on the 4-hourly, and what you always want to do is this is a bearish structure. It's a structure that we look at and say, okay, eventually it's going to come back down. You want to take the height, and then wherever the breakout is, wherever it dips below that trend line, you want to put that in, and it'll show you exactly where the price is headed. And I know we've had this flash crash here, and this 0.618 region pointing that out also, but you can see that the major region where these candlesticks were was around here, okay, and if you bought in here, it would have been a great time. And what do I see happening here now? We've had a double bottom, so a bullish sign. We've had a bottom here, and we've also had a bottom here against this trend line that we've been talking about. So we've established it again as support, okay, and these are good signs. These are signs that the currency will be increasing in the future. Okay, next thing that I want to have a look at is the 1 hourly. We're on the hourly time frame, and what I want to show you again is I want to show you another Fibonacci right from the top this time to this low price here, and this will show us again zones within the short term that we're going to be playing with. So I'm going to mark those out again, and then look at that. Right, we increased our price and it encountered resistance exactly at that 0.618 region. So if you bought here, essentially you would have dropped a little bit, okay, but it's bounced off that 0.5 region, okay, and you can see it's gonna go back up. So essentially this is a good point of getting in, and also there's this support region that I've drawn on here. You can see we've hit it quite a few times here, 1, 2, and 3, and with this double bottom as well, I'm confident that now that we've sort of established it as support, with this channel here, with this region here, we should be doing very well. What do I want to see, and when would I want to get back into it if I was going to invest? What I'd say is you want to always wait for it to come up and then come back down, which it has, okay. And in this scenario, if you can get in exactly when I'm watching this video, I wouldn't say it's a bad shout, because you've missed out all this all this extreme increase here, and you managed to buy it again right at the bottom of these troughs, okay. So right now wouldn't be a bad time at all to get in. Again, it's all dependent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin was to drop, then we could see it dropping down further to maybe that 0.5 and 0.618 region here again, but I don't see that really happening, okay, at the moment with the bulls. But if it does, that is always there as well. What I would say then is a bullish scenario, I want to see it come up against this trend line again. So if we were going to go completely up from here, I'd say we hit this trend line around there, and this is where we need to get past for us to see our new all-time highs, okay. This is something which is very possible, and it could happen very soon. Now the sort of bullish to bearish scenario, if you were to get in, I'd say we want to see one more bounce from here and essentially come back down and then bounce back off again, and that to me would be a double bottom at this point, and this would be a very concrete marker for me to say, okay, we are headed up in the upwards direction. Obviously, looking at Bitcoin as well and everything in concordance, we'd be able to tell what's happening. Now, a bearish scenario, what could happen if it dips below this line? Okay, I don't want to see it dip below this horizontal level. If it does, then I'd say we are headed down towards this trend line, which you can see coincides with this and this. And if this isn't established as support, then would go even further down. And even with this flash crash, I don't see it going any further down than this 0.5 region at the moment, unless Bitcoin goes to about a 45,000 zone. But with Vechain stabilizing, we've had that retracement, we've had that correction. This is what I see happening, okay. So there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you could really smash the subscribe button, hit that like button, it really helped me out, and stay tuned for more videos. Let me know in the comments below exactly what coins you want to see.